world. Happy full moon in Taurus. Let's have a sip about it. Okay. Well, how was everyone's day today? I accomplished a lot. I don't want to brag. I kind of do, though. I'm very proud of myself. I accomplished some things today that I did not think were possible. Sometimes you have to celebrate yourself. And when you do something that's very challenging, sometimes under the worst constraints that no one knows of or could care of, so you gotta toot your own horn. Today was that day for me. So here we are. Let's do a full moon reading, okay? Oh, I wish I had my phone or my moon cards. I don't. Okay. Well, I do have this guy, so let's start with that. Okay, let's see. Let's get Shuffy. Let's call them those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, even that little mouse. I'm not in his zone. He's back there. And there's a lot of people. I think we're in midterms right now. So he may not be out for a bit. But you know what? I was thinking of some names. Cornelius was the name that I came up for that mouse. Also Randy, like as in Randy Travis. I don't know. We'll see. I have to look at him one more time to get a real feel. All right, well, grab them all. Also, let's just talk to the moon. Moon. What do you have to say? Moon in Taurus. Oh, moon in Taurus. What do you got? Oh. Ooh, basil. I love basil. I've got a basil plant at home right now. Prosperity, luck, and love. Yeah, oh my God. My little, look at these little buttes. I love ladybirds, aka ladybugs. They love me. Oh my God, last summer, in a very weird part of the world, I was on this trail in the middle of nowhere, and thousands of ladybugs were just hanging out, and they were all over me. For some that might not be appealing, I embraced it. I was like, take me. Oh. Anyway. Okay. Well, can't be mad about that. Spring, rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. I feel like it's an interesting order though, because basil would be really in the summer. This feels like kind of what we're going into. Like it's kind of, oh God. I heard a rumor that we're supposed to get snow in a couple days. Anyway, that's what made me think of that. Some robin eggs. Oh, I think I saw a dead robin. Well, there's a dead bird. I was hoofing it. I didn't take the time to look at it in the dark. But my first thought was, I think that's a dead robin. Well, the tulips and the ladybugs are kind of talking to me. Okay. Let's pull one more. Buds. There's a real springy, but I feel like it's going backwards. New beginnings, expansion, rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth, and prosperity, luck, and love. Okay. Okay, it's the walking staff. But I kind of want 3 cards. But my instinct says, or the psychic feeling, I should say. Okay, but it's gonna go on top. The walking staff on top. Okay. You know what? I got the little book. I never read from the book. Let's just check it out. Let's just take a peek. Let's just take a little peek, see, can't hurt. Where are you? Harvest, 10, winter, autumn, summer. Okay, well there's spring, but we need basil. Basil. Where are you? Oh, there's buds. Ah. Okay, well, bookmark you, yes. Oh, there's walking staff. Oh. Mint. There we are. Basil is one of the most versatile herbs in a green witch's toolkit, full of positive energy. It can draw good things into your life. Basil has been known to dispel fear, confusion, or any weakness, and was even used as an aromatic by ancient Greeks to attract love. In this way, basil is all about forward movement. The basil card tells you that this time is right for something that you may have been hesitant about in the past. The time for planning and preparing is over. Go forth with confidence. That's what I did today. It's an auspicious time. This is a great moment to indulge in love or take a risk. Take a risk. Like, love schmov. I know you're all here for love. Blah, blah, blah. I know. But also, like, take a risk. Like, you know? Basil has your back, and luck is on your side. Okay, where's spring? Spring. Rebuilding, awakening, rebirth. The reawakening of the earth is always inspiring. New life is on the horizon. It can be invigorating to witness the stirring of energy after a long rest. Spring tells you that it's time for new beginnings. It's the perfect time to launch a new project. Yeah, there's here about like taking a risk, launch something, do something different. Like, I know we're going into winter, but like, I feel like the energy is like, it's time. Or, if there are things you previously put on hold, the spring cards suggest that now is an auspicious time to revisit them. You will bring, and also, you know, we're going into Mercury retrograde, but Mercury retrograde is also about revisiting things from the past. That's usually when you hear from people from the past. But any idea that you had from the past, that's when you want to work with Mercury retrograde. I digress. You will bring a refreshed perspective to this project and a new level of energy that you didn't have before. Perhaps all that was needed was a new approach after some time away and a new burst of motivation and determination. Is there a project you want to launch that you've previously ignored? Okay, now we're moving into buds, new beginnings, expansion. Are you seeing the theme here? I'm just saying. A bud is one of the earliest visual confirmations that the seed you planted is hard at work. Whether a budding leaf or bloom, it's proof that your endeavor is in motion. So far, so good. Buds are tender, delicate things. Buds are tender, delicate things, however, which still need close attention and care. Extreme weather can damage them, as can neglect. The buds card shows that you can interpret the success of this first stage as a positive sign, but don't assume the buds can handle the next stages on their own. Buds represent the first checkpoint in a project. Things are expanding, but not complete. Continue to tend and encourage them, as without buds, there can be no fruit. Have confidence. The success of your first stage promises that you can achieve your goal. Reflection. Are there things in your life that you've left unfinished or abandoned? How can you help complete them? Okay, well, gang, no one needs to be a psychic here to, like, it's a very clear interpretation. Oh yeah, walking staff. Okay, walking staff, what do you have to say? Well, I did randomly just open to tend. Again, maintenance, encouragement. Okay, walking staff. Where are you? There you are. Support, encouragement. The walking staff is as at home providing help and support when you are tromping through the woods, as it is comfortable in a garden being used to prop something up In essence, the staff is a form of wand, a magical tool used to direct energy and aid in focus. The walking staff's card suggests that some part of your life needs more support, something to lean on, or something to help you focus your efforts. Like a plant, excuse me, sorry, I don't know if my nose is running or what. Sometimes I sweat, sometimes I don't know. I just came from the cold. I'm so sorry. You know when you feel something on your face? Ugh, my apologies. Like a plant may need a stake to help it stay upright until it develops enough to strengthen in its stem to stand alone. Your life may be easier if you have something or someone to lean on. A journey can take much less effort if you use a walking staff to give you extra security along the way. Ooh, reflection. Can you identify which parts of your life are lacking strength? Okay. Let's start with this. Okay, gang, so what is it? What do you want to go after? Because here's the thing, while we're all waiting for love, like, life continues, so, like, we gotta fill it up with passion, you know? What are you crazy about? What do you want to try? What do you want to go after? Well, let's ask the cards. Okay, we'll grab them on. Ooh, the sun. Yeah. Joy. Happiness. Whimsical. Something that feels fantastical. And see, it's something from your past. He's facing my past. And we're coming up into Mercury retrograde, I think, tomorrow. So revisit. Is there something from your childhood? Look to things also that, like, you were shamed for, that you loved as a kid. Was there something, like, was there a class or an interest or a hobby that you loved that you were, like, potentially shamed for? Is there, an idea that you've been putting off forever? The cards are really telling you, like, the time is now. If not now, like, when? Right? Like, we all have to die. We don't know when. It could be tomorrow. So, like, if there's things that you want, not to sound hysterical here, but, like, let's get real. Time is of the essence. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm being drawn to the fish's forehead. Now, my son has a really big forehead, but he's got big brains, and he's so smart. So I'm seeing something that's like, it cerebrally gets you going. But I am seeing the Canadian geese flying. So maybe this is about traveling even. Is there a trip that you've been planning your whole life? Let's go, Daddy-O. You don't need a lot of money to travel. It may seem like it at times, depending on where you need, but there's always ways to get there on a budget. Sometimes you just have to be willing to think outside of the box. Ooh, Apprentice of Wands. Well, see, it's a snail. And again, he's facing my past. So this is, and the Page of Wands is a creative energy. Or sorry, the Ace of Wands. So again, this is something that's like, there's a lot of referencing the past. What made you happy as a kid? What made you happy in your teens? What did you want to be when you were a kid? Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, we got to go back. We got to go back and look at what have you put aside, and like, why have you been putting it off? Or like, why haven't you approached it? Two of Swords, you gotta make a decision. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. I'm just thinking about the two hands reaching for each other. Normally you don't see that in the Two of Wands. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what's going on with the Nine of Pentacles? Oh, the King of Penties. See, look, he's pleased as punch. I love this guy. He's my other favorite King of Penties, besides the one from the Little Witch deck, the other King of Pentacles that has, like, the chocolate cake and all the animals, like his dog at his feet. Yeah, but... Okay, so what's going on underneath the Apprentice of Wands? Oh, the Six of Pentacles. See, and then Temperance. Hold on. There is something here about, like, two. Are you working with somebody? Yeah. There seems to be some kind of project here that involves someone else. Normally I would say, like, just go at your own, but it keeps referencing the two hands. Then we have the two pups sharing a stick here, and the Six of Pentacles is about generosity, but also helping. We see Jupiter, which is expansion, but then in the Temperance, again, two, and then the two crows. Okay, so what's going on underneath the King of Penties? Oh my god, the Six of Wands. Look at this, guys. All cards right now are saying, like, even with Basil, there's a very fortuitous energy, a lot of supporting energy. You just have to make up your mind and just start slowly going towards it. First is you have to just make a decision. What is it? Always know that you can change your mind, but if you really, and then just also make the decision that you're going to give it your all. Even if it's in slow increments at first, you don't have to give it, you can still give it your all, but be paced, you know? A lot of times we take on too much. I always have 3 lists of either goals or to-do lists. I have my immediate list of things that I need to do, my intermediate, and then long-term. So sometimes you just got to start with that and then ask yourself, what is it that I can do today that's going to get me, what's one thing I can do today that's going to get me towards my dream or my goal? Sometimes it's just the research you just have to start looking into. You know, before I got my boat building apprenticeship, it was a whole year. It started with like one of my psychic downloads. And then I spent a whole year following the thread. I didn't know where it was going. I would say 2 years until I got into the apprenticeship, but a year before I even knew what the vision meant. And then it all came together. So you just have to start following the thread, you know? But like 9 of Pentacles to the King of Penties to 6 of Wands, there's so much good shit here. The only card that really, no, it's not even a bad card, it's the Two of Swords, but it's just saying, make a decision. Just commit to it. Commit to making the decision, and then you just implement one thing at a time. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. The Strength on the bottom. And see, there's 2 again. Yeah, have the courage and the strength to commit. Some things take time. Some things take time. Thank God for this shitty 14-year cycle that I've been in, which I also call my Taurian cycle. It really taught me the art of long-term planning. Like me going back to school. I'm going to be in school for the next 6 to 8 years. But you don't think about that. You just do one thing at a time. I had my aha moment. It all came together within 48 hours. And just like that, you know, and you just take it one day at a time. Anything that I've done, it's like I start with the path, like the feeling, follow the feeling, get excited, you know? Okay, so what is the Sun card for you? Nine of Swords. Well, the Nine of Swords is normally a stressy card, but like, look at this big tiger. He's not stressed. He's yawning. See, I think you've been sleeping on this, and it's giving you anxiety, because there's something here about timing. I feel like a lot of you are like, it's too late, or I can't, you know, maybe it is going back to school. Guys, I'm 44. Some might be like, oh my God, at 44, I could never do a 6 to 8 year degree. I'm not thinking like that. I'm following my passion. When I say justice for all, when I say injustice, I cannot let it go. It fuels me. Whether I'm not doing a degree or not, I have been researching and passionate about this subject. Everything now is devoted to this thing, and it's never too late. In fact, a lot of the papers that I've written in university were all about people who came into their career later than life, not just artists, all kinds. It's never too late. But see, you're stressing about time, but you're also like, you're yawning. You're not really in action. Yeah, pitter patter, let's get at her. Okay. What is the Nine of Pentacles? Oh, the King of Swords. See, there's too much thinking. Look, he's turned into stone. As an air sign with Virgo rising, oh God, guys, like I can tell you about the whole reason I started this channel. Well, there was a couple of reasons, but to deal with perfectionism, thinking things to death, literally wasting years thinking things to death. There's a time to think and there's a time to implement, you know? Okay, so what's the Apprentice of Wands? No, just one card. What's the Apprentice of Wands? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Well, see, this is that hive. Going back to, there must be something here about collaboration for you. Sometimes it's not about collaborating with people, but in all of this, I see you working with someone. So maybe you need a mentor. Maybe the type of thing that you're working on does require someone. I don't know what that is for you. You will know. But a hive functions in a team model. And see, you can tell by her curves, you know, we live in an age where we're so afraid of fatness, which is crazy to me. Whatever, that's a whole other subject. But historically, in most regions of the world, at some points in history, your roundness, the fat on your body, was an indication that your community was thriving through hunting and taking care of its village. It was seen as like, can I get an amen? So working within a community, or again, some kind of collaboration, it lightens the load, but we see all of this like Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, even with like success. And that's Pig. Yeah, look, this guy, look. He's round. He's doing great. Look at all his truffles. Yeah. Okay, so what is this Two of Swords about? Yeah, what's the Two of Swords about? Grandmama. Ace of Swords. You gotta get clear. You just have to make the decision. Once you know, and then you just, one thing at a time. But just make the decision. Yeah. What's this King of Pentacles? Ooh, the Tower. Do tell. I want a little bit more. King of Pentacles to the Tower, please. Oh, the High Priestess. Spirit wants to keep a little bit of a mystery here, but something unexpected. is the King of Penties a person or a thing? See, yeah, there's some quietness. And also because, guys, it's a general reading. There's so many of your energies tuning in. Also, mystery is good. We like to know because we're all a little bit of control freaks, but like there is something to be said about allowing the ethers to surprise you. Because when we think we know, I'm telling you, we really we undersell ourselves. We think we know, but hand to God, in my own experience, every time I've allowed the universe to just do its thing, it's always superseded my expectations and what I thought to know to be best for myself. Okay, Six of Pentacles. No. Well, okay, I'll just take the first card. The Champion of Wands. Yeah, there's all this like passion and passion too is about creativity. So again, it's like we see kind of like this wreath of success, albeit it is a snake, but he's like a showstopper. Look at this horse, he's gorgeous. And see the two sticks. Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's the same stick. This one just got broken in half, but like, probably because the horse stepped on it, just by accident. Yeah, there's like two of you. Okay. Okay, this was what was underneath the Champion of Wands. It's the Champion of Swords. So communication. I think it's someone from your past. Or someone that you know of. Yeah, like it's someone that you know. Again, this is the old skull on the outside of his face. So I feel like, just like how I was with school, psychology has been on my radar for years. I literally applied to the same program 26 years ago. It has come up, but I had thought I knew what that was going to look like. I thought that if I went into psychology, it would to be a psychologist and just be a therapist. I actually don't want to do that because I've been a therapist to like my dysregulated family members my whole life, and that didn't appeal to me. But then when I saw those two podcasts and realized, oh my God, research, and that is how I can dismantle the legal system, that's when it all came together. So again, we think we know, and this is really encouraging you to like co-create with the universe, to like look at what excites you and then to just step out of what you think you know. Okay, so Temperance. Oh, King of Wands. Tell me a bit more. Well, it's the Eight of Cups, but what I'm being focused on is the letters. It's someone, again, I think it's someone from your past. It might even be someone that you haven't spoken to in a bit. Maybe there were some tears around it, but I don't know. Okay, Six of Wands. Let's go. Ugh, the Fool. Exactly. See, look. We got the truffles here. See, there's going to be a success for you. Now, success doesn't have to be this insane level of, like, worldly acclaim. Like, no one needs to be an Elon Musk here. Like, there's so many levels of what success looks like. My ideas of success are probably going to be vastly different from yours. But it's going to be fulfilling. And it's going to allow you a lot of freedom. Look, this rabbit is like jumping all over the place, like high up in the mountains, left, right, all over. We see a surfer, like all kind of environments. Like I feel like it's gonna afford you the opportunity to experience people, places, and things that you've always dreamed about. Okay, Queen of Swords. And see, look how much nicer this is than this King of Swords. There's life here. And with birds, again, they can go anywhere. They also migrate. Some do. We also have butterflies. Yeah, we have all kinds here. Okay, so Queen of Swords. The Three of Wands. The clarity to see. See, look, these are tools. You put in the work and the effort, just like building a boat, just like boat building. Things take time. Yeah, things take time, guys. Like, trust me on this. And as a Gemini, it drives me fucking crazy sometimes. But like, since the world, the universe, the ethers have sometimes slowed me down to like ice age slow moving. Do you know what I mean? Like glaciers. You know how slow glaciers used to move in the past? Not so much right now. They're melting at an accelerated rate. But back in the day, it was very slow. But when you put in the time and the effort, there is a point where you get to see the fruition. And it's going to come in stages. And guaranteed, just like anything in life, and just like anything that we want, it requires diligence, it requires effort. Things invariably go wrong. There's always going to be a point, even in my boat building, oh God, there's so many times I hated it. That's really where I learned about perfectionism. Oh my God, like there's just things where I was like, I fucking hate this. But I'm so grateful that I did it. And I didn't always hate it. But like, do you know what I mean? Every single person, whether it's like seeing my friends do their masters, art practices, doesn't matter what in life, you know? To achieve the things that we want, there's always some kind of sacrifice. It's never just all roses. You have to be fearless, even when you're afraid. Yeah. Okay, well on that note, any closing words, Grandmama? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. It takes work, just like the beaver. But just like one tree, one log at a time. You just get those little chompers out and you just focus on the task at hand. It was like me working last night, and I got up so fucking early, and then I worked, you know, and I did it. There was literally a point today where I could have cried, where I was just like, oh my God, I did it. I did this really hard thing. And, you know, yeah, just one thing at a time. Oh, look, and we got that full moon. Yeah, work with this full moon. Let it reveal. Let it reveal and expose your heart's desires. What is it that you want right now? And I'm really sensing this is like, literally, guys, this is not a love reading. This is literally everything outside of love. Because, like, love cannot be the only thing on the table. Because, like, for some of us, like, love could be years away. So, like, in the meantime, what do you want to do? Like, the world is magical. There's so many experiences to be had, including meeting all different kinds of people. And life is short. Okay, gang. I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up really early tomorrow to do a lot more stuff. So, on that note, stay blessed, stay golden, work with the moon tonight. Really ask yourself, what have I been putting off? For some of you, you're gonna know, and you're gonna be like, okay, check. For some of you, you may not be sure. Like I said, I thought I knew what I was gonna apply to school for, and it's funny because there was resistance. And there's a lot of other things going on too. But when I look at it now, and all it took, it was just that 48 hours. And then it made sense. And I was like, yes. So trust timing. Work with your spirit team. If you have your own tarot cards, like foster rituals for yourself that allow you to have clarity and that also excite you. Life is meant to be exciting, thrilling, adventurous, curious, you know? Something to think about. Okay, nighty night, folks. Stay in stay golden.